Okay. All right. Welcome back, everybody, to Heroes of Nessis episode 13. Last we were here, y'all start out at Camp Sephirim, and after some discussion, you decided that you were going to stay at the Tipsy Duck in Osne, and that would likely be your safest option, and that you ought to observe the city for a while before moving in on Professor Jahi and possibly getting into Elamon's castle. So you guys all considered using Nia as a mole student in the university, which so far you guys seem to be plan. And so Quadra got his epic custom weapon, and Maxim got a signet ring made. Wow, we did do a lot last time we played. Okay. Before leaving camp, Laura made the party a hand-drawn map. Oh, that. Oh my god. Okay, I need to do that. I need to check my notes more. Haha. Yeah, Laura gave the party a general hand-drawn map of Elamon's castle, and Maxim is currently holding on to that. Maxim warned Foldred that if he receives a code phrase, it means they failed or staying or whatever they choose to do.
I gave a number of code phrases which we didn't iron out necessarily, but I basically determined that, got a couple code phrases in mind for, if stuff goes south.
Mm-hmm.
In various different flavors.
Yeah. And so, once you all got into the wagon and on the road, Quadri started a game of wagering favors, small secrets, and big secrets. So in the eve, Maxim and Nia each owe Quadri, was it 1 favor or 2 favors each? Because I wasn't quite sure by the time we got down.
I only got 1 favor from one person, which I don't remember.
So I listened back.
Pretty sure it was me. I'm pretty sure I lost every one of those. Almost positive I lost every one of those.
I know I won a couple. I wrote it down.
Yeah.
Pause.
I need to know if they were big favors or small favors. That's what I need.
Yeah, I lost a decent amount, I think.
Okay, well, we can figure this out again, because I haven't looked at these notes in about a week, and I apologize.
You're good.
Guys, so we'll enter the city of Osne. During the rush hour, you weren't stopped by any of the White Cloaks, but Nia did make awkward eye contact with one on the way to the Tipsy Duck Inn. So, the party arrived to the inn, and Maxim immediately set up to arrange accommodations, while Quadri moved on to go speak to an imposing woman in the corner. So with some drinks, cards, and chatter, it was revealed that the woman in the corner just learned that she became a step-aunt to a baby boy named Thero. She also took an extreme interest in Quadri's new weapon, whose work she recognized as Reuven's. So while that was happening, Nia went to sit at a table with the same White Cloak who she had made eye contact with on the street. And playing up her part as a new student, she found that his name is Quill. She also learned that to get on Professor Jahi's good side, some dusty old tome from the south end of the library might please him. And they would be more likely to find Professor Thero at the brothel than at the university. So, Maxim stepped into the scene, playing up his part as an off-duty White Cloak. When he offered to show his papers to Quill, the man noted that they were out of date, so he needed to get those fixed or replaced.
He sent for, I believe, I sent to
Kirith.
His name? Yeah, Kirith, with the new updates for these documents. Both for him and anybody else that's in this position.
Yeah. So, Quill also revealed his own reasons for believing in Elamon's purge, as he lost his own brother to the Huldra War, which was, of course, a recent conflict caused by the corrupt use of magic by Inga from the wilds. And that little conversation, that little tangent there, visibly bothered Nia. And so after that, Quill then said goodnight and left the inn. So, where we are picking it back up is the Tipsy Duck Inn. Will has just left. You guys are enjoying your drinks. Quadri's still hanging out with the woman in the corner, and Maxim and Nia, you guys are at your own table. You are free to stay here, to go wherever you like in the city. You can go. It's whatever you want to do.
I believe.
Night is still young.
Let me get back into character. Who's into character? Yeah, that's an interesting position to be in. Okay. I think maybe we should go and sit with our compatriot, see how he's doing, kind of pointing back at Quandary. Like, or do you want to just chat for a little bit here? That was to you, by the way.
Wait, was that to Nia?
Yes.
I'm sorry, that cut out for me really bad. What was that?
Okay. He's basically just saying, I think maybe we should go sit with our compatriot, or did he want to sit here a bit longer?
No, we could go meet up with him.
See how he's doing.
I'm still not too sure if he likes me all that much, but yeah, we could go meet up with him.
I'm not sure why you say that.
Did I dislike you? I don't know.
I don't know if there's anything that's been shown of why he might dislike you, but do you want to talk about it, or are you just good?
No, we could go meet up with him, see what he found. Yeah.
All right. I guess we get up and walk over.
Mm-hmm.
I think still with the two ales or meads. I'm not sure what we ordered.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while.
Yeah. So, yeah, as you guys get up, the place is getting a bit more crowded. It's overall a cozy and jolly atmosphere. Everyone is generally polite. Say excuse me, nobody gives you the stink eye if you accidentally bump into them. All is well in this cozy atmosphere. And Quadri and the woman are still chatting it up as you approach.
I'm just gonna not bump into people if I can.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying generally what to expect.
Oh, that's fair. All right.
So
we sit down.
Mm-hmm. As soon as you sit down, the woman looks at you two, and then points to Quadri. These are your friends?
Oh.
Yeah, these are the ones I was working for.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, I can't remember what he sounded like anymore. Damn it!
I think you're doing one of your smooth British accent. Oh.
Yeah.
Let me switch it. It's literally killing everything about this. Okay, is this good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Moment. Yeah.
Okay. You guys are cutting out like robots.
Oh.
Oh, are we now?
You were. Now you're talking like normal humans, so I no longer suspect the robot uprising.
Just as planned.
Okay. It is storming outside, right. So if I cut out, then could be why.
Good to know.
Understood. All right. She asked if these were my friends.
Mm-hmm.
These. These people
Axel looks over to Condry, sorry.
Yeah, no, people I'm working with right now. They'll just stand there like a lump of coal. Introduce yourselves.
What? Let me double check the fake name that I gave Maxim. I should have done this a moment ago.
I mean, if you just say,
That's what I want
if
to
you
see.
totally blank, Michael, and you forget
Yeah.
your alias,
Tenosquam. Yeah, I remember.
it's
No,
no
yeah.
problem. I'm not going to be like, oh, you didn't say the alias. Oh, everybody recognizes you and you end up in jail. No, I'm not going to do that.
And look, if you want to give every person you meet a different name, that's fine. There's going to be a few cases of mistaken identity.
Maxim says Tenosquam because he remembers because it's only been like a day or two.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in his mind, this conversation happened like a few minutes ago.
Yeah. No.
Nia.
Tenosquam.
Okay. Tennis, what?
Tenosquam. It's a bit of a mouthful, I know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to call you Tenny, just know that.
All right.
Fair enough. Well, is there anything we could do to help you out today, or tonight, or
you guys walked over here.
Well, I mean, you're over here, and we wanted to see how things were going. So, like, I'm just checking in to see how you're doing today. I guess. I don't know. That came out.
He
weird.
starts patting his face a little bit, and like then just a bit of his torso and everything. Like,
that's.
Do I look okay? Am I? Do I have something on my face to look?
I'm
okay?
sorry. I guess I'm out of it, the player, right now.
Okay. I mean, I know we haven't played these characters for a while, so it's okay. The first couple minutes are rusty, but we'll get there.
Oh, yeah. It's all good. It's all good. It's just.
Yeah. I'm honestly trying to remember. Was I like poisoned or something? Did I not remember?
I don't think you poisoned her. I mean, it's not in the notes.
I had a conversation with this person. I thought we were doing okay, but I honestly don't remember if like we ever got into if this went good or bad. I honestly don't remember.
So far, it's
how
been
the conversation went.
good. Y'all have been kind of dancing around exactly who you are or where you come from, but it's kind of like y'all aren't dummies. You can kind of.
We can guess, but never confirm.
Yes, that kind of thing.
Oh, okay. Then I'm gonna assume we're okay. So, just made a new acquaintance. It looked interesting. Still do.
Fair enough. Well, I take it things are going well.
Going just fine.
I mean, I haven't been punched in the face yet.
That generally seems to be like a good measure of things.
Do you intend on doing something to make me angry?
I mean, I never intended unless, I want to. Now there are times I do intend it, but for them right now, I also can't say I'm going to know everything about you when we, have our chit-chats.
Mm-hmm.
Can't say I haven't stepped on a landmine or two in my time, and, well, shrapnel gets places.
Yeah, right. Well, looks like you got some nice friends here. So where are you guys headed?
We're in town
I
for a
think
bit.
Here, right?
I think our destination's here. Yeah.
Yeah, we're came in from out of town, been out for a while, and checking her into the academy.
Ah. Gonna go be one of Velamon's white cloaks, huh? She kind of gives this a bit of a glare at Nia.
I'm gonna try and I don't know if you want to do anything, Nia, but Maxim, I'm gonna try and do like kind of the eyebrow raise, like questioning, like that's the plan. Like to try and I'm kind of trying to prompt like who's your allegiance to, sort of like do you not like the White Cloaks then? Sort of like glare? If that makes sense at all.
He's trying to prompt this to Nia?
Yeah. Oh no, not to Nia. To this woman in front of me that I don't believe I've learned her name yet. In character.
No one asked.
I think it might kind of make this a moot point. Nia is going to ask out loud, is that a issue?
That's also fair.
It's straightforward.
No, not at all.
Insight check.
Yeah, go ahead.
That makes things easier.
Teamwork. Woo!
Let's see, what is my insight?
I know exactly why, and I'm just going to sit here and watch this happen.
16. Like, I know things that Maxim and Nia don't. We will know things that they don't.
Mm-hmm.
Because we haven't been filled in.
Nope.
I'm going to roll a contested deception for her.
Also using fake names.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Nia isn't.
Well, Nia isn't, but Maxim.
Well, yeah.
I mean, we don't know. You guys don't know who she is yet. I've kind of guessed because of the little wordplay we had before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, yeah, Maxim, you can tell that this woman does not care for Elamon. And she doesn't wear it exactly on her sleeve, but it's pretty apparent in the expression and the way that she's carrying herself at the moment.
Kind of a bit of a distaste for the idea.
Yeah,
there's a bit of a bitterness in her expression.
I'm just going to start and just very gently with one of my little daggers just start clawing into the little side of the desk, kind of like behind my drink, and each one of them I'm just carving out a small word in Celestial and Infernal, see if she can recognize either.
Maxim's gonna just kind of like glare over it, like he's gonna like I imagine like almost like they lock eyes and like this like battle of like trying to figure each other out, and like Maxim like gets distracted, like you know this is a dining establishment. Are you gonna?
Nia elbows him on the side again.
Maxim or?
Oh no, you're across from here, aren't you?
Yeah, I guess on the map.
You can kick him.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
kick
him. If we're sitting down.
If I see that you're trying to bring attention to the fact that Quandry's trying to scribble something on the table, immediately.
No, I think she's. Wait, are you doing this with me, or are you doing this with her? I'm not sure if you were doing that like animated lightning eyes.
Just there's easier ways of doing that. Fine.
Nope, just scratching it in.
Yeah, I imagine he never stopped.
And what languages did you say?
In Celestial and Infernal, to see if she would recognize either.
She does not recognize. She might recognize the script or the language, but she couldn't tell you. She can't read them.
Can I read what he put in Infernal? Because I don't have Celestial, but I have Infernal.
You only read the word fall. And once it looks like it's not going to work, he just, carves it out a little so the word no longer makes sense.
Yeah, the woman will lean over. She's not being subtle at all. She's just leaning over, looking at what you're doing. You know, buddy, these guys, they don't really like it when you carve into the tables, Just gonna tell you.
I usually pay for it. This was more just... never mind. Yeah, no, these are the new ones I'm with. And they are just playing their parts spectacularly.
Their parts?
I just take a very long sip. Take a very long sip and just wait for this to happen.
In character, I glare over at Quandary. Out of character, I am almost imagining Maxim like breaking character and in his own voice going like, "Oh, thank you. I appreciate that your appreciation of our role." He did not do that
Like,
though.
This is honest. He thinks like, okay, this is actually pretty good because they need to get this like routine down. And it's better with someone I can likely talk into not thinking they're crazy before we go and do this in front of like actual people that like are likely to attack us. Not saying it though, just waiting to see if they get the message to. But let's see what happens. Let's see what happens.
It's kind of a hushed tone because I don't know if anybody. Actually, can I look to see if anybody's listening in on this conversation?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Roll me a perception check.
Ooh, 21.
21.
Nice.
Okay, so you can see that most everybody in the establishment is engaged in their own conversations. Every once in a while, the barkeep glances y'all's way, but these two halfling girls, they just keep on chatting. They will not shut up with each other. Every once in a while, they will look at your guys' table as they like lean against the wall and just think, oh, I wonder what they're talking about. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Like, they're just talking about everybody in the room. Like, they're playing Smash or Pass. They are, like, saying Truth or Dare. Like, they are making assumptions.
These are
just gossiping
teenagers,
about
aren't they?
everybody.
How old are they?
Yeah, these are teenagers, I'm assuming.
They are
Middle schooler
teenagers.
aged.
They are, like, 16, 17.
All right.
Which
Yeah.
for like these guys is almost already there.
Yeah.
They're settling. Well,
Mm-hmm.
Kind of observing that nobody's like looking over, he kind of in a hushed tone says, "That's us." I actually no. I think he does break character briefly in a hushed tone. I broke character, and that's only fair. I think. Let us be clear. Are you
Ooh, an accent.
friends with? Does she say that?
Yeah.
well, assuming you're breaking character.
Yeah. Are you a friend of? I guess I'm just gonna go. Are you a friend of Elamans?
I chuckle like openly, just.
What did you say,
Yeah.
Michael?
He asks in his own voice, not doing his fake voice
Mm-hmm.
at the moment. In a hushed tone. Are you a friend of Elamans?
And I'm trying my best not to laugh out loud, but you can still hear the giggles.
Give him a glare again.
And this woman will lean in. Well, that's up to you to decide, buddy.
He gives her like a weird like look like, what does that mean?
Are you a friend of Melamon's? Should I be worried about you? Or are you not? And still should I be worried about you?
I think it would make sense for Maxim to roll an insight check. It's like I know that she's like I know a bit more than Maxim knows in this situation, but I think he's trying to discern once again. Like, is she being like cocky and smug, or is she being like deathly serious?
She's being cocky and smug about it.
Okay. All right then.
Her whole demeanor is generally just kind of blasé, nonchalant, very relaxed, and just like not too serious.
Perhaps we should talk somewhere else then, it seems. So I think we know that we have things to discuss.
Mm-hmm. Planning some big takeover?
It's Leave that for later.
I'm just gonna turn to Nyla and just take a big swig. It's like, hey Nyla, you ever been in love?
You mean Nia?
Nia looks uncomfortable. No, never.
Try and keep it that way as long as you can.
Maxim breaks eye contact from her and it's like, agreed.
Notes taken, guys.
It gets too complicated too fast.
Sounds like you pair of saps. Trying to drown your sorrows.
Oh, I drown because I love swimming, but I'm terrible at keeping pace.
Is that a metaphor that you're using there, or is that just being literal?
Ask me in about 3 more of these.
Fair enough.
Sorry, you two. You two had a conversation going, so please go ahead.
I think we reached a bit of a conclusion, though I think that any more should be had in private. Though you do seem awfully relaxed about everything.
I mean, you work fast, but still, damn.
Is he saying that to Maxim, or?
And is he saying that to the woman or to Quadri?
Oh,
saying what?
Quadri is saying that to Maxim.
Okay.
And he's just currently finishing his, which now would be, almost second or third drink before ordering another one.
These girls still talking. They barely break away from their conversation to say, "Here you go," as they hand you another drink.
Just have a few gold in their hand. Let's see if we can keep this going.
Oh, all right. Well, we'll hang out with you all day, all night. Just, yeah. Whatever you need. And they both pause to marvel at the gold. Ooh, this guy's loaded. Titter, 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 titter. They keep on talking.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, reminds me, you guys are here. Did you finish your thing? Oh, I know that already. And he just points to his very large sword and shield axe thing. She certainly
Sorry.
I mean, she knows who made this pretty well, so I'd say probably.
Well, that would have been helpful information. Also, you're speaking rather loud.
I'm not hiding anything. I'm enjoying a drink with some nicely... Oh, God. Yep. No, keeping it down. Keeping it down. I'm enjoying a drink with some very lovely company.
Boy, I don't even have to worry about you guys. You just give yourselves away anyway.
Hey, that is by choice, not by default.
What's your tactic? Do you just act so casual that nobody even glances your way or something like that?
Maybe.
Me or her?
Both. He just kind of says plainly, flatly.
I mean, she's just interesting. I just go to what seems fun. It doesn't always work out, but I'm still here.
This conversation is going round and round.
Honestly, and this woman leans in. Okay, so you guys, obviously, you've got Reuven's work. You are a motley crew. You're from the camp, aren't you?
I take it you're friends, then. You're a friend if you know about that.
Snickers. Keep snickering.
Hey. Maxim, like, is a little frustrated because, like, we were in the middle of a different conversation, so it's like, yeah, of course we don't know that. But I guess also, to be fair, you probably knew her beforehand, didn't you? He does ask that in character. Then.
I've met her today. She's lovely. She knows. She's a lot more observant than I would have thought. But then again, I'm terrible at assuming things. So, worked out. But yeah, no, she's on the level. No, she's adjacent to the level. I'm not sure if she's officially on the level. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, well.
Right. So, you're not the... Wait. And then this woman takes a second look at you, Maxim. And are you in disguise? Like, did you change your appearance at all?
I don't think he's done anything magically, but I do think that he is doing a different look. Like, he's, like, in a different outfit. He's, probably done his... I think he's, like... I want to say he's slicked his hair back. And he's going without glasses at the moment. Covering up any, like, scars. Doesn't have any piercings or anything. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why, but I thought she went with, like, slick back hair, black shades, and just, like, completely, like, more or less clean face with, like, a proper wizard suit.
Can I have like sunglasses? Yeah, that'd be cool.
I mean, you could.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, you know what it is? He's got those like gemstone glasses. Like a pair of those. It's like a rectangular.
That'll work.
Yeah.
Nice.
Kind of wears them on his brow a bit. Wears them low.
So this one does double. She looks you up and down, Maxim. So you're one of those. Okay.
One of those? He kind of asks.
Yeah.
Quizzically.
One of the ones who broke out. Or that my brother helped break out.
Brother? Oh. I see.
My brother's the warden, and she's talking all in very hushed tones. So you guys are really out in the field here, aren't you?
Yeah, well, we recently came into some information at the camp that kind of put a fire under us, I guess.
Huh. So you managed to get the maid. Alright. And so what's your next move?
You the informant, then? If I may ask?
I'm not the informant, but I am an informant.
I see. Well, should we head off to a room? We've got 3 of them now.
Why not?
Yeah, that was actually what I was gonna ask. Did you guys get anything from your guys' thing? I saw, like, when I peeked over, you had a thing going on. Did you find out anything?
We found out some more information on Jahi.
Professor Jahi
is a lover of obscure books and knowledge, so if we're looking to get information on him, it may be wise to get some sort of obscure book or knowledge of some sort to...
He recommended somewhere to go to find such things.
Yeah, so to recap, Quill, he noted that Professor Jahi, he hasn't read everything, so getting a book from maybe the south end of the library wouldn't be a bad idea. That would be something to impress or appease him, not necessarily a trade, but to get on his good side.
butter him up, as it were.
Yeah.
Yes, butter him up.
Butter him up. Show that you got some chops.
Mm-hmm.
You know what you're doing. Really, you know who you're looking for.
Yeah. Really color your nose brown. Mm-hmm. Sorry, not saying that in character.
I mean, if you're gonna get him the whole back of the South Library, then yeah.
I mean, especially if it's the whole section, yeah. That might be a little suspicious.
I mean, it was a gift. I didn't know I would crush him with all those books.
So, the one just watching you guys go back and forth. And are you guys like saying any of this stuff out loud, or?
Oh no, all of it was out loud.
They don't.
I might
not
whisper
like loud, but it's like
okay.
Yeah. Maybe whisper if we need to take him out. It's just a gift of books that just turned out to be a literal ton of them to crush him.
Potentially yes, but we do need information from him first.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try to not kill him right away.
Yeah, probably not a bad idea.
We've got a little bit of a plan, in fact.
Oh, you
we did discover some fault in the paperwork we gained, so that will end up being useful as to not arise too much suspicion.
Did you correct it, or do you need it corrected?
I
still need it corrected.
I sent for it to get corrected.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we can just chill here for a little bit more before we do this, or can we do this without the paperwork?
We're gonna take a few days, I think, to observe our mark before we go in for questioning. We're also currently here for information.
Do we know where he's going to be, like, besides assuming, like, where he works and maybe where he lives? Do we have any, like, hobbies he has?
Would I need to roll for this? To see, like, what... Because I think he will share, like, I don't know his current schedule, because, a lot has changed in the last year or two.
Mm-hmm. But as far as you know, the last you saw Professor Jahi, you know that he didn't really go out much, and he pretty much stuck to the library or the university, to someone's house for like a dinner party, of course, one of those bougie events. Of course he went, but he usually just stuck to university and the library. It's his passion, his hobby, everything.
Doesn't have many hobbies other than his research.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say that the best way we'll be able to find him is at that school. Going in and out. See if anything has changed. See what, guard he has up.
Right. Well, it looks like you guys have got a plan.
You interested in joining in, or are you just curious?
Let's just say, if you need me, I'll probably not be too far.
All right.
Ooh, that'll be a
promise to not go spilling the beans. Not that I assume that you'd want to.
It's a hell of a way to say I don't trust you.
Sorry, I didn't catch that. Like, out of character. Did you say that's a hell of a way to say I do trust you, or a hell of a way to say I don't trust you?
I don't trust you. Like, hey, when you leave, don't rat us out.
Mm-hmm.
That's an interesting way to end that.
Yeah, I feel like Maxim would have worded that better than I would. I did.
That's why I love a good roll.
Listen, you have no reason right now to trust me. Really, do you?
I do.
All we've got is your word at the moment.
Exactly. So
and ours that were not completely full of shit.
Mm-hmm. So I'll just let you know that I know this city like the back of my hand. And I've got people all around me. I've been around, okay? So if I happen to hear that there's a scuffle, including a purple tiefling and some brunette chick and a guy with a crow on his shoulder, you know I can be there lickety-split, no problem. Piece of cake. And personally, I have interest in seeing Elamon. She, points her thumb down.
Does she blow a raspberry?
Yes. She blows a raspberry. So, I'll be about.
And if we...
I mean, look, as long as you're here, and just because I'm only realizing this now, she knows this city. If there's any a place where we need to find out where it is, she might know. If there's anything you guys need to ask for, look for, any specific shops or things else in the city, I mean, she might know.
Are you staying here, or do you just come by here often?
I come by here. I mean, I make my rounds about just every hole in the wall, hovel, and hotel every night. I keep my brother informed, he keeps me informed, we keep everyone informed.
Oh, that's nice. Do you know any good fight pits?
Any good what?
Any good fight pits?
I mean, the Rusty Anchor. It's a place
just one big fight pit?
That place, you'd be lucky to walk in and out and not have at least 10 fleas crawling on you. It's rough. But, if rough and tumble,
I'm interested.
You'll find it.
I'm interested to see the kind of rough ends you up with fleas on. I mean, I know the rough and tumble that ends you with dirty, ragged, sometimes limping, or... I mean, I don't know. Are they friendly and just walk out with a few friends?
Is the place, by chance, full of dogs?
And you'll see the woman, she kind of plays with the wolf pendant around her neck. And she smirks. You could say that.
Oh, no, I have to go. I haven't seen a dog in no, it's been
I haven't seen a dog in years.
What is it? I don't know what it is about just petting one of those little guys that just brightens up your day.
They really do increase the mood. But before we get too far off topic, if we need to find you or need your help with something, where should we search and who should we be searching for?
Would it just be easier to leave a message with one of these taverners, whenever,
I'm asking
partially dark, and
I'm partially asking your name so we can get that. Sorry.
The woman pauses, and she'll shrug. If you need to look for me by name, look for Lucia.
Lucia. All right.
So would it be easier to ask one of these guys when you make your rounds to get the message to you? Or would it be something like a specific place you're going to be?
You can ask just about anyone, anywhere. And she takes something out of her pocket and hands it and just slaps it on the table. Use that.
What does she slap down on the table?
So what she slaps down on the table looks like a little silver whistle.
Right. Does anybody reach for that, or?
I mean, I guess, sure.
I think Quadri probably is the most appropriate person for that.
So do you want to examine it, Quadri?
Yeah, just looking at this, and you'll notice that when he's doing this, he's making it look like he's looking at himself, but it's just to the left of him in front of his crow's face.
So
it's the crow doing the squinting and looking around while his face is remaining blank.
Yeah. So you can investigate it if you like.
Alrighty, let's see what happens. Oh, I just remembered this isn't my smart character.
I also roll
2-1. So yes, this is a whistle. Yes.
Can I also roll and/or help?
Sure you can.
It's investigation, you said?
Yeah, roll yours if yours is better.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me, it's probably.
What was it you rolled, Quadri?
I rolled a 2 + 1, so my total was a 3. So yes.
Oh,
this is a whistle.
Yeah, 23.
23.
Yeah.
Yeah. So by putting your brains together, the two of you can surmise that this thing is a dog whistle specifically.
Dog whistle.
I pitched. Do you say that out loud?
Let me actually roll to see, because I don't know if Maxim would just be that blunt.
I mean, depending on what you say, I might have a response or another little snippet.
Okay, yeah, I rolled well for him. He's not just blurting out, "Oh, so you're a werewolf." He's gonna kind of examine it and say, I see.
Mm-hmm. And she'll wink.
Quadri actually just laughs and looks at her and just says, it gives wolf whistle a whole new meaning, doesn't it?
You got it. Now, I'll be on my way. It was nice meeting you folks. No, unless there's something you need before I go.
This was almost any other character I would have just blurted out. Sorry.
No, yeah, go ahead. Actually, that would have been funny if you did. I have no idea if you would have been offended or not. Could have been a brawl right here.
Maybe.
I don't know. Before she leaves, directions. She said the anchor, the rusty anchor.
I can get us there if need be.
Yeah. Right. So the rest.
There's a bar, fighting pit there, so that'll be fun. Maybe later.
Yeah. Rusty anchor. You'll find that near the docks. Now, have you guys been to the Blackbird brothel?
Kind of look over at
last time?
Why do you ask?
Well, just saying it's not far from there.
Actually, that works out. I still have to take him back there to finish up some business. You still owe her an apology.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes, but yes. I understand what you mean.
Well then, if there's nothing else you fine people need, I'll be on my way.
Well, have a nice evening, and we'll see you hopefully not under threat of death.
Yeah, that's always good.
Yes, that would be the better way of seeing you again.
Mm-hmm.
The better alternative.
Right. Well, see you all in the future. She'll get up from the table, throw some money on the counter, then start stomping towards the door.
I mean, I'm assuming that's just for tips, because I paid for everything already with the gold.
Mm-hmm. Yep, she's leaving a tip.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm still coming to the realization of how awkward Maxim is most of the time. I don't mean to play him like that. That's just me.
No, that is the best part about him right now.
No,
he's such. It's literally. He's been in prison for years.
A year, a little over, I think.
A year, but also been tortured, and not exactly had the best, things happen to him before he got thrown in. So it was very downhill before it came out.
Yeah, admittedly, he has had a bit of a weird life socially.
Yeah, so this makes sense, and he can get better. We're gonna get him better. We're gonna make him a bard.
A proper bard.
I mean, he's already got the spying down, so that's like half the bard lore right there.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So are we gonna?
Sorry, my goal for him is to like just full on Gaston start singing at the end to be the perfect distraction for when we need him the most.
All right, so Lucia left.
Starts just powerlifting. So I'm roughly the size of a barge.
I love that song. But anywho, Lucia left, and the inn is still full. What are you guys gonna do?
I don't know if we want to run our errand, Quandary, or if we want to just get a good night's rest at this point.
I mean, that's on you. We're gonna have to do it eventually. So whenever you're feeling up for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. The night is still young. It's maybe only 7 o'clock here.
He's, I think, down at the moment to like if we want to just do that tonight. Though I think he very much stresses that if we're going to do this, we need to make sure that we are incognito. So that would definitely be under an illusion.
You're going to apologize for what you did to her, not as yourself?
In a private room, I can transform back to myself, but I also just need to make sure that
maybe warn her,
particularly
warn her and let her know that you're about to drop trow in a different sense.
I understand what you mean.
Also, yeah, I actually don't even know if she'd be worried about us being back. I don't know if they were specifically warned or told to not, or to report us if they saw us again. I honestly don't know. So we might have to look into that just carefully at first.
Yeah, that will be good because particularly the owner of the establishment seemed like she was.
They may
out for us.
Still. Maybe she might not care. We don't know yet. She might not even know it was us. She might just assume that we just went and messed with someone else's plans. Nothing to do with it. Let's see what happens.
Yes. I'm not sure whether it was she was trying to protect. I'm blanking on his name. The dude we jumped.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm blanking. Namar. Yeah.
Namar. Or if she was trying to claim some kind of reward, or whether she just wanted.
I think she just got paid for the girl. I think, when she was there, get refuge. I think the owner found out and said, "Hey, I'll sell you this extra one I have for whatever reason," to him.
Yeah.
Also, this is just what Quadri thinks happened. There's a good chance there might be completely wrong. There might be other links and stuff to it that I just don't know.
We just should be careful, if at all possible.
Oh, yeah. No, of course. When are we not?
Of course.
Wait, so let me get this straight. You two are going back to a brothel that you may have potentially caused some sort of commotion at. It may not really be welcome, but you need to go back because you need to apologize to a woman there because you did something to her.
Left her crying, and that is not acceptable.
She was... In fact, it was to rescue the maid as well as you, is why we left. But because of our leaving, she was punished by her master, and that doesn't sit well with us. So,
this is the way I was sort of overheard it. She was supposed to distract you and everyone else while I was busy, and because you left, that apparently meant she failed, and the owner was very unhappy with that and may have struck her a few times.
Yes.
We're going back just to give that quick apology and...
Possibly I'd also be open to seeing if there's anything that we can do to help her and her companion's situation.
That's just going to depend on what they want. If they're fine where they are, just maybe figure out a way to get them not beaten up. Might be better.
What they want and what we can afford to do at the moment. I assume we're in private when we're having this. That's why I'm slipping back into Maxim.
I mean, I'm still assuming that
you can be up in your room, something.
Are still...
Yeah. Getting unpacked, something like that.
Currently going on my 4th drink.
Yeah.
This bodes well.
This will be fine.
I mean, this is just ale, is the thing. This isn't hard liquor, which is why this will take a while for them to get drunk.
Yeah. I am going to be back in a moment because I got to use the restroom. But if you guys want to keep going, that's fine. But yeah.
That's cool.
We can pause for a minute, or we can just role playing between you, Quadri, and Nia.
I mean, yeah, Nia. So, what do you think of your first adventure?
She kind of pauses because she's trying to find the right words. It's definitely different than what I'm used to, but so far it's, we haven't gone into any trouble yet. We have some sort of a plan, so I guess that's good. Are your missions normally always this free?
That's difficult to answer because most of mine are. I got a lot of different ones from a lot of different people, so it's it depends. What do we need to do? What's happening? They can be as simple as us walking with a piece of paper from one place to another, handing it off and going back, and that's a job well done. It could be as difficult as breaking into a boat, beating up half the people on there, and dragging one of the captains back to be brutally murdered at a undisclosed location.
Well, I can't complain, I guess, since that your tactics...
Oh, you can totally complain.
Oh, I mean, your tactics are what led me to be free with you guys.
Is the right of everyone here.
I never did actually properly thank you guys for saving, I guess, me and everyone else that was on the ship. I know now that wasn't your actual mission, but nonetheless, thank you.
I mean, I thank Maxim. It's really him that figured you guys were all down there. I may have I got in a different way and did my thing, getting the maid out. I actually had no idea you guys were down there until he brought it up.
Well, regardless, still, you were part of the team, I guess. Thank you. So, I guess while we have a bit of time, if I may ask,
Hold a few to assuming you have time.
What's the deal with the crow?
Sorry.
Just sipping back drink, and you just notice the bird that's sitting on like the right side of his shoulder hop up on his head and then hop back down onto his left shoulder to look at you better.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean him?
Yes.
This is my friend. He lets me borrow his eyes.
That's kind of him.
I mean, it's part of the deal. We get along now. We didn't really in the beginning, but we've grown close-ish.
The deal. You made a deal with him?
His boss. It doesn't matter. The point is, he helps me out, and I help him out by feeding him things he can't actually, because he's not real. And he just gets pecked in the face like, ow. Okay, you don't have an actual body. You're very real.
I think that left me with more questions than answers, but thank you regardless. I hope this deal is beneficial to you in the end.
I mean, I can see, and I can act. And here's the fun part. And he'll actually just point to like the one of the four corners, and he'll go over, and now I can see from where he's looking at. I can't really see you and me like if we're facing each other, but I can see from his point of view, which is always interesting.
Oh, yeah, I could definitely see how that's useful. Moving set of eyes.
Oh yeah, definitely makes things fun, though it can be a little disorienting at first if something's messing with him and I react like it's happening to me.
Oh.
Here's the thing. He's small, so things. Sorry, he's small. Things seem bigger sometimes. So if he's just scouting out something for me and I'm just sitting down on the cart, if an eagle for some reason decides to go and mess with him, it looks like there's a giant eagle coming at my face. Even though I know it's happening away, I'll still occasionally flinch.
Oh. But that's also extremely useful because that allows you to see in spaces or places that you normally wouldn't have access to.
I know that there's in fact a very aggressive eagle, a mile or so that direction, so I know probably to keep an eye out.
Thank you for the warning.
Oh. But now, what about you? What about you? Anything weird or interesting you can do that we'll probably figure out later?
No. Maybe. No, we'll go with no.
Don't worry, we'll fix that. We'll find you something.
Character, wild magic sorcerer. Chock full.
I mean, out of character, yeah, but like in character, like
yeah.
We'll get her something. We'll get her like a flare gun or something. I'll find you a wand or something. You're one of the magical types.
Yes, as far as I'm aware, yep.
Now, do you want to be the scary magical type, the magical type, or the mysterious magical type?
The magical type that helps people.
Okay, so you're one of them healing magical types, okay.
Well, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves with that assumption.
I mean, I'm assuming that your magic-y thing is more like the gods helping you out than, whereas yours the book one.
Definitely not the book one.
I gotta look more into that because I don't know magic-y ones that heal.
I guess you could say it's from the gods. That's where all magic comes from, right?
In the broadest sense, I'm thinking yes, because I know some that do it, but there are some that like learn to use the magic that's already there. So it's it's their magic, but it's not as big and fancy as other people's because they get it from something that explains it to them more. I mean, I'll put it this way, and he does his own bit of magic for prestidigitation. You can do something like this, right? Maybe?
Yeah, and she will mimic his prestidigitation.
Yeah, he's like just messing with like the heat and coldness of the drinks, the little flickering of the lights. Okay, now, how did you learn to do that?
She shrugs her shoulders. I've just been able to do that.
Okay, now, is this something you figured out on your own, or did someone explain to you how this can be done and then you just realized you could also do it? Or did you have to, like, study up on what this was beforehand?
It's kind of something that just came naturally. No one really explained it, but I didn't study up on it.
Oh, okay. I think I know that one. I might be wrong, but I have to double check because there's some people that just have power. They just need to figure out how to use it, I think. But I don't know if I'm remembering this wrong. It's been a while. Someone showed me how to do this and just told me that I could do it now, and they're helping me. But this isn't really me. This is more them showing and letting me do it.
Oh, so you're like borrowing someone's powers.
Essentially, they're like, when someone lets you borrow a better sword or something and you didn't even know how to use it in the first place. It's kind of like that.
Oh, that's
And they did
fascinating.
me a favor, and I did them a favor. It's interesting, but a little different because I don't have a lot of it. But what I do have is pretty good. Comes back a little faster, but that's the thing. There's not a lot.
I assume so, since you're borrowing it from someone. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's more just I got a piece of the cake, just a little piece. But still, it's better than nothing. It's really nice to have, some be able to do stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure. It seems like it'd be helpful in a lot of situations.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it seems like you have a pretty good control over your magic, so that's good.
It definitely helps. Definitely helps.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So,
Why? Don't.
Hi.
No, sorry, go ahead.
I mean, I don't want to ruin the moment or the scene. Just
No, yeah, come back. You were in the bathroom just now. Just let Max just come back into the scene in character. He just finished washing his hands and came back out and said, "Hey, what's up, guys?
How are things going? You ready to go?
Okay.
Been going all night?
Yeah. I had a weird conversation.
Huh? About what?
Magic.
Magic.
His eyes light up. Magic?
Yeah. Well, Sean, let's go.
No, you're just going to bring up magic and not talk about fine.
okay. So where are you guys going?
Which also, I think the idea is to go to the brothel.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if Miss Nia coming along with, or is she staying behind?
I don't think Nia feels comfortable staying by herself anywhere right now.
That's also fair.
That's fair.
Okay, so you guys are heading to the brothel, right?
We are.
Okay. You guys know where it is. You've been there before. And as you approach... Pardon?
Just wondering, are there any wanted posters of us outside the bar of, like, not welcome or report on site?
Definitely checking for that.
There is nothing of the sort on the outside of the building, actually.
What about the inside?
Well, you haven't been inside yet.
We're about to find out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are no wanted posters, no report this person if you see them. There's nothing like that on the outside of the building. And it's the same rather unimpressive looking building on the outside that just doesn't seem wholly inviting. But you guys know that inside it is.
Fair enough, I suppose.
I mean, is that not what this place is?
Mm-hmm.
Granted, things didn't go so well last time, but, we'll see.
I thought they went okay.
How busy is it? Also, before we go in, we're saying, in fact, actually, probably even before we go out, I'm going to cast an illusion on Maxim's going to cast a disguise self on himself.
Okay.
What does he look like? Like a whole new species, whole new him, or just him as a human or as an elf?
Human, kind of again with the slicked back hair and the same glasses, but this time with like a bit of a goatee. And like a different eye color. I think blonde. He's blonde.
Okay, so this is the evil you.
Color swap. That's
He's blonde, slick back hair. This guy's got to be evil.
Yep.
Okay, so he's unrecognizable now.
It looks different, maybe not unrecognizable, but like same rough facial structure.
Hey, you look like somebody I might know.
Fair enough.
Well, let's not get too ahead of ourselves. So, you've arrived. Are you going in?
Make myself look like Elamon. No, I'm kidding.
Ooh.
No,
That's an interesting idea.
Definitely kidding.
Oh, that is a problem. Oh, that's what we need. That's the trouble we need.
Actually, I'm gonna make him look a bit like, not like entirely unkempt, but like a bit like mangy, I guess would be a good word for it.
Okay.
Not necessarily goatee, but like stubble then.
So you just want to look a bit unkept?
A little unkept. Not like entirely out of things, but like not like necessarily like a noble, but like somebody that's like a bit I'm trying to think of like a good way of putting it. I'm entirely blanking. Yeah, a little unkempt, I guess. It's just for simplicity's sake.
Yeah.
All right, so
spend all day thinking about how I want to phrase it.
All right,
Excellent.
So looking different. Here we are. Nia, how are you feeling approaching this place?
Do I know about this place? I guess that's one thing I wanted to ask.
You know what? Roll me a history check.
Call it? Are you asking if you know the place itself, or like that it's? Because I assume we've already called it.
That is a 19.
19. So, let's see. You may have heard about this place before. Whispers in the kitchen at Laoswin's castle. Maybe a new
Would I know who
maid
owns
had
this
come in,
place?
find her way out of... Who owns this place?
Yes.
Okay, so given your high roll, you know that the woman who owns this place that she's one and indeed a woman, and that she is notably a Huldra.
Okay.
A race of people only found in the wilds. Well, until the wilds opened up.
Okay. Hey, Maxim, question. That disguise thing that you're able to do, can you do it on other people too?
Unfortunately not.
Okay.
Yeah. Can...
What? I should be fine.
Do some.
Let's go.
Do you want to look a little different? Because we can do that.
Yeah, I can get you an outfit. Kind of hide your appearance a bit, if you want.
You know what? It should be okay. Yeah, no, I'll be okay.
You sure?
No, but I should be okay.
There you go. That's the spirit. That's the ticket.
All right, so we've got Nia, nervous, and Maxim, different, and Quadri getting on the tipsy side. So, do you walk in?
Very much do. I don't know where the door is exactly, but
yes.
Is this the door? Or am I just glimpsing through the wall?
Nope.
Can I get a fresh Maxim? This one broke.
Oh, sorry, broken Maxim.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good.
Bring your Maxim back with a proof of purchase, and we'll give you a new one, guaranteed.
For free.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You just pay shipping and handling.
Moving Nia, but neither of the two that we got currently.
Oop! Why does this keep on happening?
Oh, now I can move that one.
Okay.
Yes. It's alive.
All right.
Alive. Oh God! I just think through my notes. I did not write down the name of the person I met here last time. This is very.
That's okay because I don't think I gave you a name, and her name is Delilah.
Hey there, Delilah.
Delilah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see if I can find them once again.
All right. So as soon as you guys walk in to the establishment, it is a merry atmosphere. A very thirsty but merry atmosphere. There are all kinds of... Oh, why the heck? I want to... Could have sworn I put you on here before we started. Well, anyways, as soon as you walk in, you can see commoners, lots of rugged sailor-looking types, populating the different tables and walking out of private rooms. And there are all kinds of men and women of the night going about their business, entertaining the guests. And there are some that you did not see before, simply because they were occupied. But there are up here, you can see Nin entertaining two just regular guards. Where did I put that sticker? Oh my gosh. And there are even a couple white cloaks on the table adjacent to them. And you can see Blue, the tiefling that you met before, and Leon, the red tiefling that you also met before. And there's Delilah, smack dab in the front. She's at the bar.
Dun, dun. All right. Oh, Maxim.
But there also are people at the tables.
What was that? Sorry.
Did you want help doing this, or did you want to go it alone?
Probably best if I go it alone. But I'll message you if something comes up.
All right, you know what to do. Just point the finger, let the words fly.
Yeah. Which, this is out of character. Just to remind, can we just go up to anyone to get a private session, or do we have to, like, specifically go to the mistress or to some... Like, obviously, we can't just go up to one of the patrons, but, like...
Yeah, you can go up to anyone, and it can be taken care of. It just happened the day that you were there that the mistress was... Yeah, she was out front promoting.
Up front and center.
Yep.
Yep.
But none of you can see her on the main floor. Actually, she's not to be found immediately.
He keeps an eye out for her. But yeah. I'm gonna... I don't know if anybody else wants to go first, but I'm gonna wander around for a little bit, like not making a beeline for Nin, but he's gonna kind of spend a little bit of time going between different areas, and eventually make his way over to Nin for some time. So I don't know if anybody else wants to go first while he's doing that, but that's what he's doing.
I know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna make sure that our new friend is okay and doesn't literally just wallflower at this entire time.
Immediately heading straight to the bar.
Alright.
Yeah, that's
the wallflower. Quandary is so proud.
He is just hard. There's just so much pride.
Alright, so who does want to go?
You guys want to go first? Should I go first? Either way works for me.
You go first, just in case. I don't know if this will. I'm honestly wondering how this will end. Whether it will be in like a nice conversation or an actual fight, because there are like literal guards there, along with like white mages.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, actually, that is a good point.
You're using magic to like sneak around and do this, and with the guards, that's unless they're super clever.
That's why I wasn't disguising myself before, is because, like any mage that casts detect magic would pick up that he's giving himself an illusion. I'm under the assumption that they're at a brothel. They probably don't have their guard up at the moment.
And let's hope that they're here to have fun and they're not actually like the escort bodyguards of someone else who's here to do something and they're the literal lookouts for anything suspicious.
That would be bad, yes.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
So, Maxim. Nin is currently at a table with 2 guards. She's actually keeping the drink flowing, just chatting 90 miles an hour with them and just keeping them good and loosened up. And finally, with the music going in the establishment, they kind of push her to like get up on the table and start doing a dance, which she does with her own like sort of drunken, rosy-cheeked smile. She starts to just
so she's drunk as well.
Time. Oh yeah, she's having a good time.
But should I roll insight, or like, is she actually like having a good time here? Like, she's enjoying this?
Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, of course, she's not going to look like sour while doing this, but I want to roll some insight, see if this is actually something that she wants to be doing, or if she actually just hates this. Actually.
I don't know why I imagine her doing like the Charleston for some reason on top.
You know what? Why not? She's doing the Charleston.
Can definitely see that. That's going to be 14.
14. So you can tell that this girl, for as dingy as she is a professional. She knows how to keep them happy. She knows how to keep them appeased without even having to, shall we say, put out. She's just enjoying doing what she's doing at the moment. She doesn't seem particularly distraught.
Yeah. All right. Then Maxim's gonna kind of wait kind of a little bit for her to finish her dance. I don't know if she's gonna like keep on going or if they're gonna pressure her to stay or do anything else, but he's not gonna like rush in and sweep her away, but he's gonna like just kind of observe for a little while this is happening.
So after a while, these 2 guards, they just kind of give a good drunken the song ends, and she does this little curtsy, and she's kind of pops down onto the stool that she was sitting on between them, and she looks to either of them. So, will I see you next week? They're like, oh, you got it, darling. Oh, wouldn't miss it for the world. And She's like, "Oh, that's perfect," and she gives them each a little peck on the cheek, and sort of scoots them towards the door.
All right.
So
yeah, as
they're
she's
kind of on
kind
their
of
way out.
scooting, he's gonna kind of come up behind, not in a like weird or trying to scare her, but like, excuse me, I
Yes?
saw you from across the room, and I frankly just couldn't help myself. You down to have a good time for a bit?
Always.
All right, I promise I'll make it worth your while.
Well, I've heard that a time or two. And she takes his hand.
Yeah.
And leads him upstairs.
All right. Yeah,
Oops.
Maybe not the most original pickup line, but
well,
I'm sad I
in a
wasn't
place
there.
like this, I mean, everybody knows what that means.
Yeah. But yeah.
So this room should be familiar to you. It's where you received your very aggressive and probably not too relaxing massage. And yeah, so
you will not be
is
requesting that again tonight.
yeah. So she closes the door and immediately sets to pouring some drinks as she turns around again. So, how exactly do you want this?
I'm going to start slow.
Uh-huh.
Been in and out of town for a bit, just wanting to stop by, have a bit of a time, catch up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I wanted to see, hopefully you're doing all right.
That's so sweet. You say that as if we've met.
In a way.
So we have?
Yeah. Might not remember. I'm actually gonna roll something to see how he approaches this. Let's see.
Badly could this go?
I'd be
Let's
worst
just say
nightmare.
I don't know how often this happens. I just wanted to check in, make sure that the people here are getting treated well before I make my rounds.
Oh, well, that is so sweet. And she kind of glances around a bit. Yeah, we're just right as rain here.
Insight check.
Okay.
Let's see. That's an 18 total.
Okay, 18 total. You can tell this girl, she's not too smart. We've already established this. And so in this moment of vulnerability, she's not able to hide that she's like, yeah, this isn't great, but I'm here to smile and look pretty.
It's the service industry, everybody.
It's my job. Smile at the camera.
Smile and wave. Smile and wave.
Yeah. And she just instantly hands you a drink.
Kind of takes a seat, kind of sits back. Let me put it this way. Kind of not dropping the disguise, but very much changing the accent to the point where it might be a little bit jarring. I just wanted to make sure that things went all right after the other night.
And her eyes grow wide. You're not that guy who's here with the other guy and that one girl, and are you?
I think he's not gonna say anything to that. He's just gonna kind of pause and look, kind of, implying a response.
But you couldn't be. You look so different.
Let me actually double check that I can.
Maybe this is just wishful thinking. Never. I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. Kind of going back to the. I wanted to roll another insight check just to see. She's not. I kind of am thinking that she's not responding to this, and I kind of want to both confirm that and, if at all possible, kind of understand like how exactly she's not responding to this well.
You know her intelligence level, and you're not being subtle or straightforward.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I also don't want to be too straightforward, because we are kind of here to be secretive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I don't know if you...
15.
15. And so what is it exactly that you're trying to read from
both
her?
How she's taking it, and like if she's not taking it well, I can discern like what it is that she's kind of tripped up on, or she's confused about, or frustrated, or whatever it might be.
Okay. So you can see on her face that she kind of had this sort of hopeful look on her face as she recognized your voice, but then she kind of seems disappointed again as she looks at your face and then realizes, oh, well, it can't be you.
Let me just double check this. I believe, I think with Disguise Self you can like change it during the time. Is that right? Does anybody know? I'm looking at this, but it's a dense spell, so.
Really couldn't say.
I
mean, if you want to start like changing your hair more like that, you kind of want to change it as you go to where you look more like yourself. You can. I'm fine with that.
I've got enough castings of it at the moment that I'm just gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna dispel it for the moment, and just kind of let it fade away. It's probably getting close to the end point of it anyway, so. But yeah, he's gonna let it slowly, again, like you were kind of saying, slowly fade away, piece by piece. Yes.
So it is you. You came back. Oh, you came back. Oh no.
It's all right. Everything went fine. It's all right.
Well, thankfully I haven't been entrusted with any deliveries.
Deliveries?
The girl.
You sent her. I see.
I was supposed to keep watch, make sure that only Mr. Namar went away with her, but I didn't do a good job.
It's all right. We don't have to worry about that now.
We don't?
No.
Well, then what are you doing here?
I wanted to apologize because I know that it was a bit of my fault for the reason that you ended up getting in trouble and ended up getting hurt. So,
I mean, you couldn't have known, and you had to do what you had to do, and I mean that's just gonna happen. I mean, these things happen all the time here, so it's well, not all the time. I mean, yeah. I'm fine, so it's.
I wanted to make sure that you understood, and I'm sorry, and if there's something perhaps that I can do to help make it up, I understand. That probably was frustrating.
And before you can even finish that, she just immediately just pulls him into an embrace.
Maxim is kind of stunned for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Is this like a earnest hug, or?
Mm-hmm. This is an earnest hug, and she whispers very softly in his ear, Let's finish what you can get to. And immediately, she starts doing her thing.
All right. Is this like a fade to black, or she?
Yeah, this is a fade to black.
All right.
I mean, is he going for it, or?
You know what?
Like,
I think yes. Yes, he is.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's roll some performance checks here.
Yeah.
Sorry to say, I think.
Ooh. You want to finish that? Yeah.
Oh no, just saying. Pretty sure she's the one in the lead this time.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, maybe a little uncomfortable given some of the history, but I think he's also opened up to it a bit more at this point. And yeah, this is also like partially an apology, so like I don't want to make that awkward either. Yeah, hopefully no massage is included.
Yeah, none of that.
He doesn't say anything to that, but like, yeah.
So I rolled a 16, so she's being real sweet.
All right. And this is performance, you said?
Mm-hmm.
It's for this?
Yep.
That is shockingly high. 23.
Oh my. Well then, y'all are just having a fantabulous time. And I'd say things probably go from simmering to a roiling boil real quick.
Yeah, no, that seems appropriate.
You forget it's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
Been a while from Maxim, you're saying?
True.
Yeah, no, that is
That's
true.
up to Maxim. I have no idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, with that fade to black, let's head back to the main floor.
Yeah, I feel like with those rules, they're probably going to be at it for a while.
Yeah.
That's them, unless we like accidentally start a little fight in here.
True.
Wouldn't be the first time.
So what I'm hearing is we got to start a little fight in here. I'm just kidding.
I mean, like, depending how petty.
So who's going next?
Quadri's feelings. I mean, oh shit! I just noticed who's at the table. Is that a coincidence? Or is that an actual thing?
Roll me a history check.
Fine. Oh right, I forgot to think. For his name, the H is silent. I have to put that in there. Sorry.
Okay. All right. Yeah, because I was wondering how to pronounce that. So is it Gidor? Gidor?
Yep.
Which one?
It's Gidor.
Gidor. Okay, thank you.
Gidor. Okay, now what can I check? History?
Mm-hmm.
16.
16. So it takes a second, maybe a double take. But as soon as you take a second moment to look at this guy, you immediately recognize him. This is someone you know very well, and he is in conversation with the gentleman across from him, and both with the tabaxi woman to his side. He seems to be he's being entertained by this tabaxi woman, but he's also like going back and forth in conversation with the guy, and in front of him.
Okay. I'm just gonna roll something depending on what he says because he was about to talk to. I'm just gonna double check this. Yeah, because I wanted to go sit next to Delilah, but I did the whole like full turn just to see what I was doing before I ordered a drink from the little, I don't know, it'd be waitress or bartender there.
Mm-hmm.
Double takes after seeing all done. So just because I'm not bad at it. Yeah, no, he just does a double take and goes like, bloody hell. Ah, fuck me jogging.
Something wrong? And Delilah just kind of puts a hand on his shoulder.
No, actually. Just familiar face I wasn't expecting.
Oh.
To be fair, they probably still think I'm dead. That's
somebody thinks you're dead.
It's fine.
Is it?
For a while. Oh, I'll deal with it tomorrow. I came here, well, mainly just to see how that apology went. I brought back my friend to, well, let him have a second try. His first stint here was just, he really needs to pick me up. I just hope he does better now. Look over, and I can see them like leaving to the room.
Yep.
I'm assuming that it's gone well. They look better, happy.
Mm-hmm.
So how about you? How have you been?
Oh, I've been just fine, especially since we haven't been seeing that Namar guy around here for a while.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, not long, but he was coming here for quite a while, every night. But, yeah. Business has been good. Been hoping to see you again, quite honestly. And she just runs her fingers through his hair playfully.
Well, I'm back. At least for now. Bit of business. Might come back here again. Who knows?
Well, that's good.
But now that I am here, what do you say we take the night off? I'd love to have another little conversation.
Now, would that be just conversation? And she raises a brow.
Oh, I'm always interested to see where that goes, but you know me. Well, not yet, but you will.
You will.
Well, why don't you come with me? She holds out her hand.
I'll take it.
All right. So the place
I'll turn to anyways. Have fun, enjoy a drink. I'm not going to say don't do anything I would do or wouldn't. Just try to have fun. Whatever that means for you.
Fun. Sure.
And then he points out to the tabaxi. Or go and tell him, pointing to the tabaxi, that an old friend will meet him here maybe tomorrow, and he's going to hand you a little note. If you want to see a weird reaction.
Noted.
And then he just follows after Delilah.
All right. So the place is quite crowded. It's a busy night, and Delilah has to kind of bob in and weave around the tables in a bit of an odd way to get this to the stairs. And as she's leading you around, out walks the madam, but she is not alone. She is talking to someone who's wearing a hood.
Dun, dun.
And so...
this could literally be anybody. It's there in a hood.
So as she's walking down the stairs, she just seems very kind of blasé and dismissive of the person she's talking to. And the person that she's talking to, you can tell by their body language, they're insistent. I don't know, I haven't seen him. And she's just, kind of blowing this person off. And Delilah kind of pauses for a moment, like she's curious as she watches the madam. And she has her arm wrapped tight. Yeah. So Delilah, she'll just kind of sit on Quadri's lap, just being playful as they watch what
This is something new.
Happens. Huh? What'd you say?
I said this ought to be entertaining, and he'll just essentially shift her from one side to the other on his lap. And assuming he grabbed his drink before this, he's just taking slow sips.
So, as the madam and this person get closer to you, you can hear that the hooded person has a rather feminine voice. And Quadri, can you roll me a history check?
God, I'm so bad at these. Not this time. 18 plus 1, 19.
19?
Yeah.
All right. So, you hear this voice, and definitely heard it before. One that has whispered sweet nothings and probably some insults every once in a while. And as this hooded person turns to stop the madam again, as the madam goes to just walk on, you see their hood slip. You see a familiar face. But I know he was here. I heard it. I mean, the description matches him exactly. Do you have any reaction, Quadri?
Yeah, he's currently very much chugging his thing while his raven is on his head. Just the eyes are fixed on this individual. The crow itself, if you could see it, it looks like it's smirking.
Huh.
Which is a weird thing to see on a crow, but it's doing it.
Okay. And
he'll essentially turn in the seat and just place the just move the vial off the ground. You might have to take a rain check. This just got complicated.
Complicated? But are you really going to do a rain check on a rain check? Come on.
I don't. But if I don't, I can almost promise you they won't let us finish. And that'll be another disappointment, which I don't want to get. If I'm going to spend the night, I'd like to make it memorable.
Right. Just leading me on. Fine.
I mean, would you like the story of why? Because it won't make it any better, but at least you'll know why.
Sure, why not? Go for it.
I'm not even sure how this would be explained, but Al might think I'm crazy. Might be. Who knows?
No,
Used
nothing
to
new
live.
to me.
That's fair. Used to run with a guild. Bit of adventurers, ne'er-do-wells, and whatnot. You know the drill. I picked a fight with some people I probably shouldn't have. Wasn't smart, but I did it anyway. It caught up to me eventually. I was tortured for a few days, was killed in a very unique and painful way. I'm not going to get into it. And I died. And then I came back with some help. Here's the problem. The person that died and the person I'm now, that's the two different people, in my opinion, because I'm not entirely the same. So they're looking for the person that got murdered very painfully. I'm just what's left. And I have to explain to them what happened. That's probably not going to be quick or less. But it will probably be entertaining if you want to grab a drink and watch this spiral out of control.
Oh, I may. And if you're you know where I am.
I mean, if I survive this, and if I'm still, in walkable condition, I might find you. Hopefully end the night on something better.
Mm-hmm.
If not, just enjoy the drink. Watch me probably crash and burn horribly.
Very well then. She'll just sort of saunter away and park herself a little ways away, watch the show.
Oh, so he's taking what he didn't finish in the drink and just chugging it.
So the madam returns the tiefling woman's please with just a little wave of her hand. You know I don't give anything for free, right? So I've heard. Now where is he? And she will hand a coin to the madam. Last I saw him, he was running out of here. Now he did enjoy Delilah's company, I will say. Report from her was that it went well until, well, we had a bit of a disruption, but never mind that. And that's it. And the tiefling woman she looks pretty annoyed. That's all you have for me.
She's got way more, but she's not going to tell you.
Does Quadri say that out loud?
Yeah, he's like essentially just turned away, trying to finish off this drink.
Mm-hmm. So as soon as you say that, you grab both of these ladies' attention. And the madam, she just crosses her arms and glares. So you came back, did you?
My friend owed someone here an apology.
Right. And that apology apparently is not from me for disrupting my business.
Really? I thought I was helping. He's here. I'm pretty sure he paid.
Yeah, just spill the beans.
Even when it wasn't. And even when it wasn't as advertised. But, to each their own. So how's business been?
Other than, well, you chasing off Amar, it's been fine. And with the sound of your voice, Quadri, the tiefling woman has been slowly kind of inching your way with this look of disbelief on her face. There's no way. No way. Is this you? Quadri?
runs his hands through his hair, specifically masking the fact that he's very much scarred and blind eyes before he does turn to look at her. It's more complicated than that.
God, what happened to you?
Fuck, that's the story.
Who did this to you? Where have you been? I thought you were dead.
Let's put a pin in that. And just...
What did you say?
Oh, let's put a pin in that idea for now. Just keep that in the back of your head. Who... And he notices, did you come here alone, or because I don't want to tell this story twice?
I'm alone. I came here by myself. Because I'd
heard... he just looks... So that's a coincidence then. Just pointing.
Yeah. He comes here every once in a while, and he had heard the other night that some guy that looked like you was here, and he said that I ought to come here and look around, ask around. And here you are. I can't believe this. You were here, and then you were gone, and then you're back here looking like crap, and you just look like you've seen hell.
More or less. I was going to come back, but I needed to get something.
You were gonna come back. Yeah, exactly when, Quadri? When did you think?
Unsheathed the sword and shield. When I got this back. Well, not this one, the new one.
And you have it back now. And when were you thinking of coming to look for me?
This is a new one. This is not the real one. This is the new one, not the first one. Only after I got that.
Well, you have it now, so... But you need to... What's so important about the other one? Why couldn't you just come back to me?
Just trying to get the story straight, so when I told you one, I'd like to get that one back, even if it's not going to be in the order I wanted it. But, well, this has already happened, so story first, ring later.
Ring? What? What ring?
Don't have the ring, so it's not important.
Now you're talking in riddles. See, to Pine, you used to make sense. Now nothing makes sense with you. Just tell me everything. Tell me everything.
Yeah, sure. But you're probably going to want a drink, or 3. This is a long story.
Yeah, fine. Just tell me. And she reaches out and puts her hand on over Quadri's.
He'll slowly pull his hand away. Just not gesture to whichever seat's closest to him that's open.
Is she on a seat? No, she's not. Okay, so this one is.
Oh. Everything went dark. Okay, there it is.
Oh. Yeah, so she looked a bit perturbed when you pulled your hand away. But she'll sit down and just wait for you to begin.
Alright, and he does, going from the very beginning of when he was ambushed and was essentially taken.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the two gory detail into like the whole, interrogation torture thing that happened, or the weird feeling of uh, what happened to him and why he now looks very like his scars look weird, like they were almost half look like cuts, but also like burns, which
Mm-hmm.
does give it a nice design. But it explains uh, they were going to kill him in a very weird way,
Mm-hmm.
and they succeeded. They killed me.
I'm sorry, you're breaking up, Siler.
Oh, sorry. Essentially telling her that they succeeded with what they did after ripping out his light.
Mm-hmm.
They essentially dumped him, essentially letting him die there. And as soon as it happened, he was given an offer of sorts, and he accepted it.
Mm-hmm.
Except when he came back, he wasn't entirely himself. Didn't feel the same, didn't see the world the same. It was very much a new him. Now, less of him. Regardless, he needed to sort some things out because he began to remember everything that happened, who he was, everything with you and with Ramsden, Adrian and Romans. Well, he wanted to go. That's not that simple. I wanted to go back, but I also made a deal. There is something I need to do, need to take care of. It's not on a very strict time limit, but it is something I need to do. It's part of the reason I'm still here.
And what would that be?
Thing is to find out who's been, messing with some things that probably shouldn't be. No one really should be, but, when has that ever stopped us? When has that ever stopped people?
Oh, you weren't going to come back to me until this mission with an unknown time frame was over?
Oh, I wanted to find my weapon, my gift that, I showed it off a lot. I hid something in there before I died. It's yours, technically, so I wanted you to at least have that when I told you everything.
Whatever you hid in there doesn't matter. Just matters that you're back.
That's part of the problem. It mattered to him, and I'm not him.
But you're still mine, right? Or have you made a habit of coming here with...
No, this is twice I've come here. Once was to get a girl who's trying to be sold off or murdered or interrogate her for something they saw. And the other time I came here to ask a friend to apologize. The first time I came here, there was some trouble, like she said. The place isn't bad, but I'm getting off topic.
But what happens next? Are you going to disappear again?
I still have a job to do, and I still have things to take care of, but still need to get you that ring. But I can tell you I'm sorry now.
So that's it. You're sorry and you're back. But you're not you. And yet you are.
No, and that would be the problem. You still see him when you look at me, and that's the problem. I'm not him, which is why I can't propose, tell you I love you, because I have those memories, but they're his, and he loved you with everything he was, but he is gone. And I'm sorry.
Mara will stand up, cock back her hand, and slap Quadri across the face. Don't tell me all that crap. I see your face, I hear your voice, you have your memories.
That's the problem. That's all they are. Memories. But they don't feel like mine. They look like just something that happened that I get to look at, but they're not me. They're not those feelings. They don't seem like they're mine. I know that they're real, but they're not me. They were him.
What do I do? What am I supposed to do now? Just wait for you to maybe find yourself and... What do you expect me to do, Quadri?
I'm not going to ask you to wait because, like you said, how long would that honestly take, if that would happen at all? What I'd honestly suggest is grieve, and mourn not passing because he is gone. I have no idea if he'll ever come back, or if it's even possible. But I am sure that I'm the one here now, and I've got a job to do.
Done. Whatever it takes. I'm gonna get it done, and I'm gonna get you back.
If you find a way to get him back in exchange for me, or kill me and bring him, I don't know. If you got something you think it'll work, I'm all down for it, sure. Just make sure it's what you want, and be careful. These things can get slippery.
I don't care. All I know is that I'm not going to mourn you a second time. I'm going to help you with this mission, whatever it is, to get you back. And maybe you'll remember what we were.
That's the thing, I do remember. But it's like, and I know a friend who does this, lets you see things through someone else's eyes, like reading a book. And that's the problem. I know I'm reading a book. I know I'm not that person in it.
It's time for you to become the reader. Can't you accept me as your new self? As I can.
That's the problem. You don't know this me. You shouldn't try to accept me when you don't know me. This is literally our first meeting. And you need to be careful if you're this trusting.
call me stupid, but I'm gonna trust you. And this is our first meeting. Call it a new new first date.
I'm sad to say I'm off to a very poor start.
Well, good thing for you, I'm in a very forgiving mood. So, how about you start by buying me a drink?
Fine. He just waves over to the waitress. 4 drinks.
4. Okay, right up. And so the waitress will bring over the 4 drinks. Mara will take 1. And it's almost like despite all the weirdness, all the sadness, all the raging emotions moment before, there's this sort of first date awkwardness that kind of comes over her.
2 are for him, 1 is for, and the other one is for Delilah. Just hope you enjoy the show.
Mm-hmm. And Delilah will kind of raise the glass and then kind of slink off, leaving you 2 alone. But yeah, so it's kind of like a first date again with Samara, and she's just kind of playing with her glass, just kind of glancing around, still trying to process everything that's happening. But a little smile will creep across her face, nonetheless.
Oh yeah, I'm completely blind. He's the only thing I can see out of. Just pointing to the raven. So if he's not here, I'm literally blind.
Well, you at least have your memories, then.
I do, which is nice.
I don't think I've changed much.
Here's a little longer.
Yeah, I guess so. And she'll pick up his hand and put it to her face. Surely you don't forget this face.
Oh, I remember it. Even if it's not him still in here, he does have his dreams. And that's mainly you and him over there getting shit kicked in. But it's mainly you.
But then let's start this all over again. And I think we're going to cut back over to Nia. Nia, my girl, what are you up to?
Asking for a drink at the bar.
Okay. All right, whatever you want. It is there. It can be made.
Who else is here at the bar with me?
So at the bar currently there is Leon, the red tiefling, and he's just kind of throwing you these, hey baby, these kind of looks.
Johnny Bravo vibes.
Yes, very Johnny Bravo vibes. If Johnny Bravo.
Sorry, his voice now has to be Johnny Bravo. It's like there's no way out of it.
Hey, baby.
Wait, what does Johnny Bravo sound like?
Hey, baby.
Hey, baby.
You looking like a deep sort
I gotta look up that video again. There's someone dubbed Johnny Bravo lines over All Might, and it fits perfectly, and it's
that's amazing.
I've seen some of those. It's hilariously great.
Okay, but yeah, so he's sort of throwing those glances your way. But also during the whole kerfuffle with Samara, the tiefling woman, and the madam has sort of drifted off to the side. She's leaning when she asks for a drink.
I think during that whole scene with the tiefling woman and everything, Nia was just enjoying her drink and very coyly smiling back at the red tiefling man. Before she sees the madam kind of approach the bar and immediately just does a almost full 180 turns with her back towards her. Because I must recognize her actually before I do that.
Oh, you can roll a history check to see how hard the memory hits.
That's an unnatural 20.
Oh, girl, you recognize this woman instantly. Like, just the sassy way she moves, from the way she flips her hair, to the sound of her voice, and just the venom that drips from it.
Yeah. I think it's like she turns almost so fast
you
that
know
her
this
hair,
clearly, but you remember,
like, almost hits the tiefling man in front of her, but she's trying to kind of turn her back towards the woman so that she doesn't get noticed.
Yeah, and so the woman, she might be addressed as Madam or the Madam, but you remember her name being Hild.
Yep. I think there's a, like, kind of small mutterings to herself of, like, she didn't see me right now. No, it's fine. She totally didn't recognize me. It's been,
and
no, I'm fine.
The tiefling will lean over and sort of put a hand on your shoulder and tap it. Hey there, darling. Are you all right?
Immediately jump, and she lets out a small little squeal. Yeah, fine. Yeah, I'm fine.
Well, you know, there should be no tensions whatsoever here. I can help you with that. He winks.
She looks, like, really quickly between the tiefling man and Hild, and then quickly nods her head. You know what? That sounds wonderful. Do you have a room somewhere far away from here?
Of course I do. Absolutely.
Perfect.
Let's get away from this noise, dear.
Wonderful.
And he just takes her hand and immediately pulls her within. I mean, he doesn't know exactly what's going on, but he pulls her into Hild's side of vision.
Oh god, she's going to try to use his body as a shield. I don't know how well it's gonna work, but she's, like, awkwardly trying to walk around him so that she tries to not get seen.
Okay, roll me a deception with disadvantage.
Yes, fair. I forgot she was proficient in deception. My lowest is a 19.
Oh, nice.
Your lowest is a 19?
Yeah, my other roll was a 23.
Oh my gosh, girl. Dang. Okay, so you're doing great. As Leon leads her onward. So, darling, what did you say your name was?
I didn't.
Exactly. So what is it?
You can call me Nia. She says that
Nia.
super quickly and tries to, like, keep her voice down.
Nia, what a lovely name.
It's amazing.
That sounds rather foreign. Where are you from?
I'm from around many places. So about that room.
About this. So eager. Just take a moment to relax. This is precisely what you're here for. And you'll notice that as the madam was like standing at the bar, her ear kind of twitched a bit when this man just shouted your name.
I'm about to make it a little bit worse. As she's kind of walking around this almost this corner where this table's at, I kind of rolled to see how well she'd be able to squeeze through here. Not very well. She trips.
Oh no.
Cause of course she does. And with another kind of rather loud squeal, she grabs onto the tiefling man to prevent herself from falling forward, but there is a rather loud thud as her foot kind of hits the bench that causes her to trip.
Oh dear. You are certainly eager, and you can tell this man he is so drunk. Eager, or perhaps just, what's the word? I can't really think right now. Madam, what's the word? No. And then the madam turns around and she pauses. She just looks kind of annoyed at the second, like, oh my gosh, why do I keep this man? And then she sees you, Nia. And then this little smile just curls up on her face. Clumsy be the word, Leon. Clumsy. Irritating, perhaps? Tiny? Maybe useless?
I think clumsy, it's probably right. Leon, you were saying about that room.
Right. Oh yes, indeed. Go find a room. You two are perfect for each other. And the madam she continues to approach. A room just for the two most clumsy people I could possibly know. I don't know why I keep you round, Leon. Do nothing but get drunk. But you do, at least. And Hugh. Little Nia. I didn't think I'd be seeing you around here ever again.
I think the feeling is mutual. Had I known you were the one in charge of this place, I would not be here.
Oh, why's that? You're too scared.
Nonsense. I just don't want a wonderful night dampened by unwanted company.
That's not the only thing that can be dampened here, certainly. But really, what have you been up to since you fled? Just gave up on Inga just after the war? No effort to honor her or to continue her mission? You always were a coward.
Her eyes will kind of narrow a bit at that, and there's this tension that just kind of fills her body.
Mm-hmm.
And you seem to be doing such a wonderful job honoring Inga, hiring and giving opportunity to these wonderful women.
Absolutely. Many of my sisters here, especially little Nin, they wouldn't have hardly any prospects anywhere else. And including, well, you haven't met him, but the lame fox. He'd be practically useless anywhere else. See, even I am kinder than her. I at least have opportunities to mend, too.
Your generosity knows no bounds.
Precisely. And dear Inga, I think she had a great vision, but it can't be completely without men, of course.
I'm sure Inga's heart would just break to hear you say that.
I think she would have understood. I mean, they are useful for some things, hence the business, but I'm carrying on just fine. And I think she would be proud of me. I do miss her so.
I think our memories of Inga are slightly different, but you continue to honor her in the way you see best, and I will do the same.
Very well then. So, what have you been up to these past years?
Surviving.
Surviving. Well, that doesn't tell me much. Tell me more. And she just pats a couple of stools at the bar. I'd love to know all the juicy details.
Oh, I would love to sit and talk. However, I promised tonight with this wonderful tiefling man. And she's going to latch onto the arm of Leon next to her.
Mm-hmm. Yes, a wonderful night indeed. Now, you may allow me to do my job, perhaps, madam. And he gives her this little salute. It's quite enough, Leon. And the madam just cuts him off. I don't think you need to be entertaining anyone this evening. You're off the clock for now, so go run around and don't drink any more fine liquor. Leon, he just kind of gives one of these Captain Jack Sparrow shrugs and just kind of wanders off.
Nia grumbles to herself just softly under her breath as he walks away.
So Nia. And she kind of pats the stool next to her rather forcefully.
With a really large and dramatic sigh, she will slowly walk over and sit on the stool that she is offering to her.
So, good girl. At least you still know how to obey your superiors.
I try not to. I try to maintain a level of decorum when speaking to others.
I'm sorry that broke up on me.
I always try to maintain a certain level of decorum when speaking to others, yes.
Oh. Well. And tell me, where have you been practicing such decorum?
Here and there. As I mentioned, I have been surviving just fine.
Mm-hmm. Surviving just fine. Well, where have you been working? Or have you been walking the streets and I've just narrowly avoided joining you in my ranks here?
I have thankfully been able to avoid a fate such as that.
How resourceful of you.
I am the resilient one. But I
So
see.
where have... Oh,
I
sorry.
see you are doing well for yourself.
Absolutely. But you can already tell that I'm doing well. I want to know more about you, dear Nia. And she circles around to the other side, kind of letting her tail sort of sweep across her shoulders, Nia's shoulders, in a very sort of foreboding way, I suppose.
There's a shiver that just shoots up Nia's spine when that happens.
Go on, tell me everything.
Well, after everything that happened, I've found myself in need of a job, and thankfully I was taken in as a maid.
Oh. By whom?
That's not important.
Oh, come now. I asked you to not spare me any details. And she just sort of tweaks her cheek. And you don't need to say something like, being a maid. We don't use euphemisms here.
But that wasn't a euphemism.
Whatever you say, dear.
I have not stooped so low as to need to sell my body to get by. Just my labor.
Oh, of course. Call it what you will. So, who have you been working for?
Some lord of a land nearby. I am still unfamiliar with this territory.
Laoswen. Is that who you've been working for? That old wizard? I hear he's insane. Some people say that. I think it's quite a delicious idea. So he took you in, this crazy old man. And I can only imagine his appetite, being such a loony person.
Her nostrils flare and her hands kind of go slamming down on the counter.
Oh dear, have I struck a nerve?
He is a wonderful man.
Oh, I'm sure he is. As long as you do your duties and clean up, I'm sure he's quite merciful.
A much better fate than working under the likes of you.
So fiery. Where did this come from? I must say, this is some interesting development in your character.
Wall. Sorry.
She takes like a couple seconds to compose herself again. Be that as it may, I have been doing just fine.
Well, at least you're doing fine. I like this. I haven't seen many of the girls since dear Inga departed this world. This is good to catch up.
She has the most fake smile possible right now on her face.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it was really good catching up with you.
Well, if you should ever need me, you know where to find me. And, well, if things don't work out for whatever little little errand you're on. You can always find work here.
I never said that I was on any errands.
But word gets around here.
So...
And besides, you look here. I saw the fellows you came here with. Last they were here, it only makes sense that you, fresh clothes, looking decent. Like you've got somewhere to go, that you are on some errand.
Regardless, I should be getting back to them. It's getting late. This was fun. Let's never do this ever again.
But we should. We should do this again. And it'll be just as fun the next time. And she just like kind of pinches and like wiggles her cheeks and then, but like painfully hard. And then just kind of shoves her to the side as she walks around and heads towards the back establishment.
I think it takes Nia a second to kind of compose herself again after she leaves, because she is not in a good headspace, but she's looking around for her companions, and I'm assuming she doesn't see Maxim and Conju's busy.
So Maxim, yeah.
I am assuming macaroni noises, to put it that way.
That, or y'all could be finishing up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Look, you do you.
Depending on how you want to time this.
How long do you think this conversation has been going?
Well, it's kind of gone from all of you guys being together to just Quandary and Nia, and now just Nia. I think it's been a decent while. Yeah, so 45 minutes ballpark range.
Let me roll a con check. I'm sorry. I mean, actually, legitimately. Okay,
I'm honestly waiting for a spell to be flung.
Actually, wait. That actually was good. Like, pretty good. Like, solid.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think maybe soon, but maybe not quite yet.
Okay, so macaroni noises ensue.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. You see, there's a very awkward first date happening. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not going anywhere near that. That does not sound like fun. She's gonna go right back towards the bar and ask for the strongest drink they have.
How loudly do you say that?
I need something that will make me forget this evening ever happened.
Be careful what you wish for.
I mean, we've got a fresh bottle of rat poison in the back. I mean, like, how forgetful you want to be here?
I want to forget, not to die.
I mean, I want to do that too, but...
Kind of a little bit, but mainly just the forget part.
So this little halfling gal, she will climb up on a ladder, and she takes like a whole host of different liquors down, and she goes through this whole like performance of shaking and stirring and throwing things into different glasses, and then finally she pours all the contents into one dainty glass and tops it with a cherry and just very delicately scoots it your way. That ought to do it.
Thanks. She's gonna down it like a shot.
Okay, roll me a constitution check.
Not good.
Oh no.
3.
Oh girl. Yep.
Out.
You're kind of out. You are like probably head on the bar, like just barely awake.
How audible is that? Her like, I don't know. Was it passing out, or is it just like
a thump?
It was probably a little bit of a thump.
Thump.
Let's see if I noticed that.
Yeah.
Is it like a thump or more of a crash?
A thump. I think she's still like on the bar.
Fair enough.
Halfway will just take the glass. My work here is done.
She clocks out and goes home.
Yeah, I probably see that with like a 14.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see it.
I'll interrupt our date and just let's move this over to the bar just to make sure she doesn't run.
Your friend?
Yeah, we met her on a boat. That was people we had to let go. And this entire thing has just been him slowly catching up to everything he's been doing since being brought back.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just about to the part where it would have been just before that. Them find each of them like coming here, devising a plan, and then immediately abandoning it to do different things.
Hey, I stuck to my plan.
Mm-hmm. That entire thing was us making a plan of like something working together somehow, some way, immediately split up. And that's just the continuation. And occasionally I'll check to make sure she's not, choking on something or she's still breathing.
Mm-hmm.
Fair.
Yeah, so... Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just saying fair. Want to make sure she doesn't die.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know how strong that step was, but assuming she's all right, yeah. That awkward little date will continue.
Yeah. So, Nia's still alive. Go ahead, Crystal.
Oh, no, I'm saying I've got to jump off here.
Okay.
So just assume Nia is knocked out.
Okay. Well, we can go ahead and stop here then.
Yeah, I was going to say that Maxim goes and checks on her once he's done, but yeah, no, if you need to get off, that is entirely fair.
Yeah, we are approaching midnight, so...
Darn, yeah, it's later than I thought it was. Time flies.
Mm-hmm. Guess so. Does that mean we're having fun?
Yes.
All right. Well, I've been looking forward to this episode. Big time.
I'm going to be honest. Oh, yeah. This was fun.
What were you going to say, Michael?
Not how I thought that was going to go. Honestly, I thought that was going to go worse. That actually went really well.
We'll be right back.